I just don't understand why people would charge things like, oh, this is so much excluding VAT. Like, just rather give me the full price and I'll know if I'm going to be able to pay it or not, you know. Hello everybody, welcome to Speak with Votomi. In today's video, I just wanted to plug you with a few people that I used for my graduation in terms of suppliers, in case you might be planning a party or event or anything of that sort, so that you may also know some of the people that you can contact, because for me it was the first time having to get somebody to come and do decor, so I didn't even know where to start. So you might be in the same boat, and don't worry girl, don't worry man or gent, I've got you. So without wasting any more time, let's get into today's video. So the first place, I think that was the biggest chunk in terms of what we paid for, and that was the place. And I wanted something close to home, but I also wanted something that was going to be pretty. But funny enough, I was actually looking for a place for my dad's 50th, and it didn't end up happening because of COVID. So then this place I eventually took over because we already had paid for a deposit. But nonetheless, we went to the venue. Absolutely stunning place, not too big, not too small, and you know, the reception area is lovely. They've got this opening place as well with the balcony, and you basically have a beautiful view of the city as well. So I would highly recommend that place. I think the only thing that I wasn't so liking about the whole place is the I don't want to say hidden costs, because they're not hidden, but I just don't understand why people would charge things like, oh, this is so much excluding VAT. Like, just rather give me the full price and I'll know if I'm going to be able to pay it or not, you know. So that was that. Like, I would rather have someone tell me that something's going to cost, oh my word, it's going to be 10,000 Rand, rather than tell me it's going to be 5,000 Rand and then add the VAT, excluding VAT. And then I must be doing calculations. No guys, let's be forward in this life and just give people the full price head on. I think that's why a lot of businesses that are DM me for price, like, just give us the price, honestly. If it's too pricey, we know we'll move. But if we're able to afford it, which there are people who are willing to pay whatever amount there is, then they will. And if you can't, then you can't. So I think, yeah, that is the only thing. But I mean, it wasn't a train smash, because when you do get the quote, you do get or even the VAT included amount. But I think just in general, just give people the price upfront. Then the next supplier, which from here on out, all my suppliers were black owned businesses. And the next business that I used was the Decor, and that was Mologadi events. She was very, professional from the get-go, and she was very open to your ideas. She literally tells you, like, send me pictures of what you've seen, or, you know, tell her about the vision that you want and the colors that you want to see. And then she takes all of those ideas and she does a mock-up for you. And when you get there at her place, she has it all set up for you, and you're able to decide, okay, I'm going to be removing that, taking this, removing whatever else. And if you are in a different space or it's a bit further away, then you can do a video call with her, and then she can show you that live, in the daytime, so that you can actually see the actual colors of everything and what everything actually looks like, rather than getting a photo in which the lighting may change and you may not, you may be seeing one thing, but in reality it's actually something different. So from day one, she was spot on. Towards the end, I will be honest and say that I think there was a little bit of a miscommunication in terms of what time she should arrive, but nonetheless, when we needed to start and get going, everything was done. And she even added a personal touch, which is not something that I asked for, but everybody's name, there was a stencil of everybody's name when they walked in. So that was lovely. The guests felt so special as well. So yeah, she is your go-to. Nothing too big, nothing too small, and she'll definitely be able to assist you with that. And then moving along to the invite, which is probably what I probably should have started with first, because that was the first thing to go out. Invite, a little bit of nepotism here because he's my brother and I didn't have to pay a cent for it. Sorry, I'm not going to do that, but you probably will have to if you want to use those services. But I had a video invite that was made. I think it was a few seconds long, and yeah, it was absolutely stunning. Had my favorite song playing in the background as well, and everybody was able to receive the information that they needed. And I used the night theme colors, which was basically different shades of nude. And then moving along to the dress. The dress, also another black owned business in Sandton called LF Collection. It's not far from Tang. It's on the second floor, and this lady, the owner is Pam. She was absolutely stunning. She literally saw me and she was like, okay, you're here looking for a dress. She looked at my size and she's like, okay, from the get-go, you were this size. I'm not going to say it, but she was like, you were this size. And then she went out and picked out a few dresses. She was like, okay, I've picked out a few and you're definitely more welcome to walk around the shop and pick out more. There's definitely something here for you, and you will leave with your dress today. Like, she was that determined from the get-go. Turns out the first dress that I tried on, the one that she told me is the one, that's the one that I ended up leaving with. And yeah, that's the story of my dress. Dad was even there and was like so amazed at how beautiful her service was. And lo and behold, before we left, we had a prayer session, because that encounter was a lot and very dramatic, if I must be honest, but it was lovely. It was honestly lovely. And then moving along to the nails I already did speak about. Gunda did a house call. She came through, and like I mentioned, she had a whole table set up. She had a chair there as well, and she did her thing, and the conversation was great as well. And then moving along to the photography. I use Artistic Media. He was great as well in terms of taking photos, and then you receive them via a link as well. And what I like is he doesn't, so obviously there's a limit to the number of ones that he's going to edit. However, he gives you all the photos, to have all of them. I don't like this notion of people actually like picking photos for you, because they don't know exactly which ones you're going to like. So I think just give people their photos, don't limit them to the number of photos that you're going to give them. So that's what I liked about that. And moving on to videography, Karabo honestly did the absolute most. I gave him the vision of what I wanted, and he went above and beyond that. He was like, no, let's do diaries, let's add this, let's add that. And even during the editing process, he was super patient throughout all of it. And yeah, that's why we're able to put forward such, I think, a great video. So if you haven't seen it, I definitely will be linking it somewhere. Please do go check it out. It was absolutely a lot of fun. Our makeup, so when I say our, I mean my mom, my sister, and myself's makeup was done by one lady. She was on time. She actually even came earlier. She set up, she started working, and we all looked absolutely amazing. Skin is her thing, so please do go check out Sis Nongara's page. I will link the Instagram page somewhere here as well. Skin is her thing. If you're needing chemical peels, if you're needing other facial treatments, waxing, whatever the case might be, if it's got to do with skin, she is your girl. Makeup is just something that she's also able to do, because skin, as I mentioned, is her thing. But yeah, she's absolutely stunning, so do go check her out as well. The evening went as planned and I loved every bit of it, so I just thought, you know what, let me come through and plug you with all the people that I use. And before I forget, the perfume that I used that evening, another black owned business. It's actually, I think, one of my favorite scents to today. I'm actually even wearing it right now in this moment. Alabaster Box, that's where I got to the perfume that I needed. So you can also contact her, or well, them, because yeah, you refer to the company, I guess, but you can contact them to get a scent that is meant for you. And then in terms of my cake, another business, black owned business, that actually has same name, Alabaster Box, and she did my cake for me, always on time. You can literally, when you order your cake, you let her know what time you're going to be needing it, and then I mean, we've been ordering cakes from her, I think it's been over 2 years now, and never have we had a cake delayed, because she always shows up, whether it be load shedding, whether it be, you know, whatever else. She's always delivered. So yeah, I think that's everything. Thank you so much for watching. Till the next video, have yourself a fantastic whatever day of the week it is. Mwah.